Hi parents, I just wanted to make a little bit of a video for you guys to be able to watch and kind of see. I've had a couple questions about how to check to see if your students are completing their work or not, and I know that's difficult. So I just kind of wanted to show you what that looks like and how you can go in and check for yourself. Obviously, your student is welcome to show you how to do that as well, but I know sometimes that doesn't always work. So you can actually go in by using the Clever account of your child and actually go in and see. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like. I know in the next coming weeks that's probably going to be something important for you to be able to do. So let me just kind of take you through that process. So the first thing you're going to need to do is log into the Clever portal. You can do that by going through the Sunrise website and then clicking on the Clever button. You'll need to make sure that it's your child that you're trying to check logged in, so make sure that that shows up in the nameplate right here. I've blurred this out just to keep this child's privacy, but your child's name should be up here if you're checking the correct account. I'll send you the kind of formula to log into that just so that you can do that. So now once you're in here, you're going to come down to Pearson. So this is where all of their math assignments will be, so you can click on that. Sign in. I'm already logged into this student's account, and that may not be the case for you. So when you do this, the login ID is going to be your student's ID number and then CSD, and then the password is core, C-O-R-E, at CSD, and I'll send that in the email as well, but just so you've got a little bit of a refresher of how to do that. Okay, so once you are in Pearson, you can go ahead and click on classes, either at the top or that little button that I just did. Okay, and this is where you're going to see all of your students' work. So right here, this is the not started. So these are things that they have not even started yet. My suggestion would be to change this due date so that it's pointing up, because this is going to be the most recent assignments, and these are what we're worried about. Stuff that didn't get done in September is not going to matter. So right now we're just kind of going off of what's been assigned for this week or the past couple of weeks. So right here you can see this student has not started 3 out of the 5 practice buddies that were assigned for the week, which is great because it's Wednesday. But you can see here on the due date, so this kind of lets you know that these are things that are due this Friday because I assigned the 5 for the week. And then you can just see that these ones are not completed yet. And then you can keep scrolling down to see anything else. So these are the videos that the student didn't watch, which is fine. And then if it's in red, that means that it is past due. So this was a practice buddy that was assigned for last week that hasn't been started, and so that's why it's in the red. And then you can keep going to number 2, and you'll see the same things here. So it looks like they only didn't do one of the practice buddies that was assigned for last week, and then they've got the 3 for this week. Okay, so those are ones that they have not started, and then we've got our in progress. So these are ones that they have started, but they have not completed or submitted yet. So I don't have access to their scores or anything like that because they are still in progress. So here, same thing, I would change the due date so that it's the most recent, and it doesn't look like they have any, again, looking at the due date, doesn't look like they have any from recent. So we're not going to worry about any of these that have not been completed. We're just worried about those recent assignments that have been assigned for the past 2 weeks. But you can tell that there were a couple that were in progress that are now overdue from the past, just so that you can kind of look at that. Okay, and then you can also click on completed and see what they have done, and also more importantly, scores. So our rule of thumb with practice buddies is that I need to be seeing an 80% or better. And the reason for that is they can go back and continue to do the question over and over again and fix it. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be getting that 80% or better, and it allows them to have that extra practice on something that maybe they are struggling with. It also has question help, so every student in this class should be able to get 80% or better. In the class, our expectation is that they don't get 80% or better, they go back in and redo it. So I can see 2 practice buddies that were assigned for this week. Again, you can see the due date. And then their score that need to be redone because this student either didn't do all of the questions and submitted it, they didn't understand it, they didn't use their question help. There's a number of reasons, but again, we're looking for 80% or better. So you as a parent, that will be something helpful. You can kind of log in and see their scores and be like, hey buddy, like, can I help you with this? Can I sit down and help you with this one? It seems like you're struggling. That will just kind of give you an idea of maybe what they need help with. Again, these are completed, so you can go down and see these scores. These look awesome. Great job to this student. And then quick checks, again, those are from the past, so we're not super worried about those. Okay, so again, in order to do this, you log into Pearson. You go to the classes button, either at the top or that center button. And then these are our not started assignments, so ones that have not been completed. Remember that due date, if you point the arrow up, that's going to be the most recent, which are the ones we're worried about. So you can go in and check, okay, bud, you've got 3 of these that you still need to complete before Friday. And then in progress, this student, again, the arrow's pointing up for the most recent. They don't have any in progress, so that's not something we need to worry about. And then completed, just double checking their scores. You can see that I have a comment here just suggesting that he needs to go back in and redo this. So again, just checking their scores, and maybe this is something you would notice and they need help with that assignment right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go, that was for math. I'm gonna go back into the Clever portal again, and now we're going to look at Reading Plus. So once you're in Clever, just click on the Reading Plus button. Okay, so again, this student's name has been blurred out, so don't worry about that. Okay, the easiest way to do this is just to hit the Start Lessons. Okay, so this student has not done any of their lessons for the week. They've got plenty of time to make it up, which is fine. But right here you can see these 4 boxes. So our goal is, when you see this number of boxes, that's how many green boxes we want for each of these lessons. So each week we want to have 4 green reading lessons. Also, we want to have 4 green vocabulary lessons and then 2 green visual skills. So that's kind of our requirement that we've been doing in class that they're really used to. So if your student happens to not pass one of their reading lessons, it's going to show up as red. So there's a possibility that they're going to have more than 4 boxes if they didn't pass one of the lessons. So maybe this one's red, and then green, 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 and then there's going to be another box that's green. They would be done for the week because they have their 4 green reading lessons. Same thing with vocabulary. Maybe they didn't pass this one. They passed this one, and then they didn't pass this one. So we've got a red, green, green, and then there'd be green, and then that would be a total of 4 greens, making their lessons done for the week. I'll take you back out one more time to show you how that works. So again, you're in Clever. You click on Reading Plus tab. It takes you in, and then just click your Start Lessons. And for the week, you're looking for 4 green reading, 4 green vocab, and 2 green visual skills. It doesn't really matter how you choose to set this up. Usually in class, we would do 1 green reading for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the same thing for vocab, and then usually we would do this on Monday and Wednesday. It really doesn't matter, especially since we have Fridays and everything else now, so just kind of figure out something that works for your child. But again, your goal is to have that number of green boxes by the end of the week. Okay, again, Clever portal. Once you're logged into Clever, it should just take you there. If not, you may have to log out and make sure that it's your child's name up at the top. You can also access Google Classroom, which is going to be really important in these coming weeks. So Canvas, which will be assigned to you later, is another platform. That's going to be your home screen, and then it's going to take you to Google Classroom, but you can also access it through Clever. So again, just go ahead and go into your Google Classroom, and then make sure it's Miss J's class. And then it will just show you the most recent assignments right there. And then classwork, that will show you the actual work that's required. This is a stream, and so you'll see that some of the students have added comments, which is fine. That's kind of why I created that, was so that they could talk to each other, because I know they're really missing each other. But if you click on classwork, that will just kind of show you what the child actually needs to do. So, all right, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions about what I just showed you, please let me know. But like I said, it's going to be so important for you guys to be able to access this and just kind of check in on your students and make sure they're continuing to make progress. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing for your kids at home. Thank you so much for supporting them and continuing to help them make growth throughout the year. I know this isn't ideal, but please let me know what I can do to support you, because I really, really do want to help you guys at home and make sure that your child is continuing to be successful. So again, thank you for watching the video. Please let me know what questions you have, and I will be happy to help you.